1045 The Team, 1045theteam.com. On the phone right now, UAlbany freshman basketball player, Scotia High School graduate Joe Cremo. Joe, you guys go on the road yesterday. You use a dominant second half to beat Marist, and now you've won 5 straight. Are things really starting to click for you guys now?
Yeah, I feel like we're really starting to come together. We're all starting to, play our game, find our role. And, guys are just, happy out there, and everybody's starting to play well together. So it's a good thing to see. It's a long season, so hopefully we can keep it going. But, we feel good right now. So just trying to keep that mood going.
You had 16 points last night, and you've really started to expand your scoring role here and get more comfortable in the offense as we've gone through the season's first 10 games. What are you looking for on offense, and is that something that Coach Brown has told you to do, to look for your shot more?
Coach wants me to be aggressive. The guys want me to be aggressive, and they all have a lot of confidence in me. So it's really nice to have. I know my role on the team, and I'm just trying to get guys shots on offense, and I'm trying to do what I can to help us to win. So whether that be on the defensive end or on the offensive end, I'm going to try and compete as hard as I can for as long as I'm in there to help us give us the best chance to win.
What was the biggest thing you had to work on going from high school to college?
I think, just the transition itself. I knew I wasn't going to be playing the same minutes, so being able to come off the bench and, being able just to come on and be efficient and produce right away. I think at the beginning I was a little more nervous and trying to play, without making a mistake. But now I'm just going out there trying to play comfortable and just play my game. Those guys are really starting to, really take care of me out there on the court. They talk to me, make sure I'm comfortable and confident out there. So playing with those guys, it's a great feeling out there. Like I said, that's probably the biggest thing for me, just going from that transition. Other than that, I feel like my game is going to transition pretty well to this game.
You've got your first Albany Cup game this weekend coming up. UAlbany Siena, 7:30 Saturday night over at the Times Union Center. What are your emotions going into that game? Is this a game that you grew up going to?
Yeah, I went to it a bunch, especially the last few years, ever since I got into high school. But, even when I was younger. But now I'm just really excited to get over there. It's going to be, we're going to have a really big crowd. And, we're excited. We're excited to get over there and, play back. We know it's their home, their home court. So it's going to be a big game for them. It's a big game for us. We're just going to try and, go in there, do what we can, try and get a win.
You've got Greg Steyer on the team from CBA as well, another local guy, you from Scotia. It's always a little bit, the crowd gets into it a little more when you guys get in the game. Whenever you guys score, the roar is a little bit louder. What's it like being the local guys on the local team? Is it more pressure? Is it more fun? What's that environment like?
I think you get both pressure and fun, but at the same time, I've talked to Coach a bunch of times, and I don't really feel as much pressure. I've told him before, I put more pressure on myself than anyone. So when I hear all these expectations and stuff, I only listen to, what the coach's expectations are and what my teammates' expectations are for me. Outside of that, just got to try and focus on winning. But, it's a lot of fun, too, being a local guy. You're going to have a big support, fan base there for you. So it's always nice to have that, just trying to go out there and, have fun, because at the end of the day, you're trying to have fun and you're trying to win, so.
Over the last 2 months or so, we've had on our station Will Brown, Zach By, the men's basketball broadcaster, also a Scotia guy. We've had on Steve D'Agostino, and the first thing they say about you and they praise is your work ethic. And we've heard the stories about Coach Brown having to kick you out of the gym, about you being in there at 6 a.m. Where did that work ethic come from? Has it always been that way?
It started when I was younger, and my brother always told me, because I told him when I was 5, 6 years old, I really wanted to play basketball at, the higher levels, and he always believed in me. He told me that if I work hard, he always saw like a little something special in me. So he believes in me from the start. So I give a lot of credit to my brother. I got to give a lot of credit to my high school coaches, and especially Coach DePera. But that work ethic, I think it's evolved over time, and now if I'm not on the court every day, I kind of feel like I'm doing my team a disservice. So, every day I'm just trying to go out there and get better and, make sure at the end of the day I know I'm making myself better as a player and, giving us the best chance to, win a game.
Anything else we've heard about you? People always say that you're, just that you're a great hometown guy. You still following Scotia here as we've just started high school hoop season?
Yeah, I mean, I saw that they won their first 2 games. I'm still trying to keep in contact with a couple of the guys. It's good to see that, they're still doing well. I'm rooting for them big time. I know they got a lot of pressure on them, but, I tell them it's a long season, so you just got to keep playing. It's nice. It's a little different, not being there playing at Scotia anymore, but at the same time, I'm excited to see what those guys can do over there.
When we talk about Section 2, we talk about all the talent that is there right now, all the talent that's been there in the last few years, from yourself and Greg Steyer. Now we've got Kevin Herter, a senior at Shen, going to Maryland. We've got Hamir Wright at Albany Academy. And when I played, it was Jimmer Fredette. And so what's your thoughts just on all the talent that's around Section 2?
Yeah, I mean, especially, over the years, people have started to see it. When I was younger, I got to watch Jimmer and those guys play. And I think that just gave me a love for the game. And you talk about Zach, who comes on here and talks with you. When I was younger, he was my role model when he played at Scotia, and just always looked up to him. He was a great role model for me, and those guys really made me want to play the game. But yeah, the talent from around here, it's picked up, and it's starting to come along. Over the years, it's been great. So, great place to grow up. Just trying to continue what I've been doing and trying to do it to the best of my ability.
Joe Cremo, UAlbany men's basketball player, freshman with us, 104.5 The Team, 104.5theteam.com. Great Danes in Siena, the Albany Cup, Saturday night, 7:30 at the Times Union Center. Joe, we know there's going to be 10,000 plus people there, so it's going to be an exciting atmosphere. Best of luck to you and the Danes.
Thanks, I appreciate it.